How to get a good clean newspaper scan. I tried a few times to scan newspaper articles, but the images I got were always blotchy and with bad colors, sort of like this. Sometimes I see some really good scans, like this. What is the trick to get such good results? Do I need a high-quality scanner or some good Photoshop filters? If there is something I can do using free tools, that would be awesome.
It's fairly tricky to scan halftone dithered images from newspapers without a bit of background as to what's going on with the dots. I suggest you have a look at this article. For best quality, you basically choose the right resolution, the same as the print, and scan using a descreening filter, often available in your scanner software. You can then apply a despeckling filter, like median, to remove most of the remaining artifacts.
It's old school, but put a sheet of black paper behind the newspaper. A lot of the issues are caused by the fact that newsprint is thin, poor quality paper. The scanner sees the front and the back of the page at the same time. Black paper matches the black ink and makes the back side of the newsprint disappear.
A quick fix I do is to compensate for the low quality paper and printing by adjusting the white point and black point, effectively increasing the overall tonal contrast of the image. Looking at your first example, the lightest parts of the image unprinted paper are actually a light gray and the darkest black ink are a mid-gray. And there's blotchiness in the lightest areas caused by the texture of the paper. One accepts this when viewing the original on paper, but not when viewing on screen or when reproduced in higher quality print. In Photoshop, sorry, not familiar with the GIMP, but I'm sure it's a similar process, I add a levels adjustment layer to avoid altering the original pixel values, and then use the white point and black point sliders to clip the lightest and darkest points of the image to pure white and black. There's our eyedropper tools in the dialog for setting these points by sampling from the image, but it's easier to adjust the sliders manually. Depending on context, I might add the paper color back in as a very light gray underlying layer, then set the scan layer's blending mode to multiply. This is essential if the original is printed on colored paper, like the Financial Times.
Jim's tip of using a black paper behind the newspaper is very useful. In my opinion, any not too old scanners are good enough to scan newspapers. The main problem is that newspaper is printed in low quality on poor quality paper comparing with photos. This problem can be resolved by software like Photoshop.